Never retire in your 20s. It will end like Amanda Bynes.
Bynes quit acting at the age of 24. Her $6 million net worth implied that she'd have a low-stress, problem-free future. Instead, through addiction, mental hospitals, jail time, unfavorable articles, evictions, and the alienation of everybody close to her, she'd show that the universal dream of early retirement is actually a living hell. The announcement first came on the 22nd of June 2010, and just 6 months prior, Amanda was looking incredible. She was described as one of the funniest and most promising performers of her generation, often being cast as a kind, wholesome young adult, which seemed to reflect exactly who she was off camera. In a 2007 interview, it was highlighted that she'd almost never been in trouble.
You haven't been to jail?
No.
No jail?
Not yet.
Rehab?
No.
No rehab. Amanda Bynes, what kind of a starlet are you?
I know, what's wrong with me?
The reason for which being that she valued career longevity.
I just have my eye on the prize, which for me is a long career, and I don't want to blow what I've worked so hard to achieve.
Before the interview ended, she'd add that she wasn't attracted to any kind of partying.
I'm not interested in that. You know, the club scene and drinking doesn't appeal to me, so it's actually easier for me not to do it.
However, it seemed Amanda was telling a naughty little fib. Turns out she'd begun experimenting on the set of Hairspray 1 year prior, inspired by an article in a magazine that called Adderall the new skinny pill, and they were talking about how women were taking it to stay thin. I was like, well, I have to get my hands on that, before stating I started smoking marijuana when I was 16, even though everyone thought I was the good girl. Her usage was then exacerbated by the failure of her side business in 2009.
Remember from that point on, she has to say, I didn't get addicted then, and I wasn't abusing it. And I wasn't going out partying, making a fool of myself yet. She says this is the last part with the self-aware laugh. Oh, fuck.
Usage was then exacerbated by the failure of her side business in 2009, after which she was losing high-profile movie roles for getting too cooked whilst on set. When I was doing Hall Pass, I remember being in the trailer, and I used to chew the Adderall tablets because I thought they made me more high that way. It was the mixture of being so high that I couldn't remember my lines, and not liking my appearance that prompted Bynes to pull out of the film.
Went into deep depression for 4 to 6 months because I didn't like the way I looked as a boy. Damn.
After removing herself from Hall Pass, Amanda starred in one final movie, Easy A.
That was good, right?
Yeah,
she was
the
good
premiere
there?
of which becoming the straw that broke the camel's back. Bynes recalls attending a screening of her last film, Easy A, and having a different reaction than everyone else to the movie. I literally couldn't stand my appearance in that movie, and I didn't like my performance. I was absolutely convinced I needed to stop acting after seeing it. In a foggy state of mind, Amanda announced her retirement in 4 spontaneous tweets reading, "Being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love something anymore, I stop doing it. I don't love acting anymore, so I've stopped doing it. I know 24 is a young age to retire, but you heard it here first, I've #retired. Although with an unresolved substance problem and nothing else to do, Amanda's usage continued to escalate. I just had no purpose in life. I'd been working my whole life and now I was doing nothing." She continues, "I had a lot of time on my hands and I would wake and bake and literally be stoned all day long." Around this time,
Bro, because it's crazy because, like, I feel like that's what a lot of people just want, bruh. They want to just have a shit ton of money and just get high all day, bruh. And it's like, bro, there's so much more you could do, bro. You could travel, see the world, go try some new food, bro. Like, pick up a skill. Like, you could start, I don't know, getting good at golf. Everybody does that. Like, you know, like, I don't know, bruh. It's just, doing absolutely nothing is cool. But also having something to do and something to look forward to is also better. Like, because you got to think, there's a lot of people who don't have jobs. So you might be at your little, you know what I'm saying? You might be at your little McDonald's job or whatever. And you might be like, damn, this shit sucks, bro. But you know what else sucks? Not having no job and trying to figure out how to get money, like, for bills and shit. That also sucks. So, you know, you got to just look at it from 2 different perspectives.
Amanda said she started hanging out with a seedier crowd and I isolated a lot. I got really into my drug usage and it became a really dark, sad world for me. It was with this seedier crowd that Amanda began to frequent nightclubs, eventually leading to her first of many mugshots. She'd been arrested for sideswiping a police car, hit and run, and driving under the influence, which she'd attempt to solve not through the court system, but rather by tweeting at the president. "Hey Barack Obama, I don't drink. Please fire the cop who arrested me. I also don't hit and run at the end, end, although the post was met with silence. Despite the unfavorable press, Amanda continued to party in the public spotlight, even claiming in a People magazine interview that she was doing amazing.
I don't drink and I don't drink and drive. Facing a DUI charge. Yikes. And this is 2 years after she retired? Fuck.
While adding, I'm not talking about being arrested for DUI because I don't drink, and I don't drink and drive. It is all false.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably what someone in her position should be saying, but still cap.
Although according to others around her, Amanda was completely delusional. People around Amanda are really concerned about her, a source tells People. She tells people she doesn't party or drink, she doesn't realize she has a problem, which is followed by some rock-solid evidence confirming this. Just 2 days after claiming that she was doing amazing, Amanda was dropped by her agent, publicist, and lawyer, with an article stating all three people are telling similar stories. Bynes was a dream client for years, but she became extremely difficult in the past 12 months, some say uncontrollable. All three members of the team
hasn't been able to get in touch with Bynes for the past month, and no phone calls, no visits, nothing. All three members of the team
made multiple efforts to help Amanda before she went radio silent. Eventually, the team decided to cut bait, acknowledging they can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. Clearly,
and that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro. Something happened. I guess she just got super insecure. She became like the embodiment of like, I guess, what happens whenever you get super insecure and just start turning to drugs to solve your problems. And I guess you got that little dosage of party. Cause I'm not gonna lie, bro, early 20s, I mean, like, that's really good time to, you know what I'm saying, be partying and shit. You know, you can experiment, shit like that, but you just gotta know you gotta bounce back. But she had the money to keep going, and that's the dangerous part. She had the money to keep going, and damn, cause then she started doing drugs and shit. And cause I'm telling you, bro, like, I'm low-key like on my last phase of like all that party and shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I only really go out now whenever my friends are going out, which I always have, but like my friends were going out a lot at the beginning because like they, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was just on their high, bro. They're fucking partying high, bro. We were going out every weekend, like, like, bro, we were having a blast. We were going to parties and shit. Like, it's fun. It is. It's a lot of fun. But then there is also that discipline piece that comes in it after you're done with that fun. Because, like, I mean, I would never tell somebody not to party, not to, you know what I'm saying, have that experience. Because I think having that experience is fun. Because then you can see, like, okay, this is what it's like. Now that I know what it's like and I know I'm not missing out on much, now it's easier for me to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you don't know, then it's like you'll always have that in the back of your mind. Like, damn, like, I've never done that before. So you'll either have, like, a negative outlook toward that. You'll be like, oh, I'm better than these people because they party and stuff. You're just like, no, not necessarily. You don't understand it, right? You don't understand the culture. Like, I understand people who party and shit like that. That's why I don't judge them. I don't judge people who party and shit because I used to do that as well. I'm off of that now. Like, I'm a special event kind of guy, bro. Like, if it's something like somebody's last weekend here or some shit and they're about to go somewhere or they're about to, like, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a birthday, it's something like that, then I'll leave the house. I'll go to that. I'll pop out for some shit like that. Or I'll even pop out, like, if a bunch of people are going, like, if we're, like, 10, 15 deep on some shit, we gotta take multiple Ubers, alright, I'll go then. Because then, like, there's gonna be more people, more chances to have, like, a good time. You know what I'm saying? If you in a whole fucking circle in the club or some shit, and then all of them is your homies, bro, and y'all just like dancing and shit, like, bro, that shit is lit, bro. On God.
Fed up by her portrayal in the tabloids, Amanda found herself in physical altercations with the paparazzi, as well as in verbal altercations with other high-profile celebrities. For example, she'd make a tweet reading, "At Rihanna, you look so ugly trying to be white," who'd then respond by stating, "Yeah, see what happens when they cancel intervention?" Amanda then responded to this by stating, "At Rihanna, unlike your fugly face self, I don't do drugs. You need the intervention, dog. I met your ugly face in person, you aren't pretty, you know it." In a different tweet, Amanda simply wrote, "At Miley Cyrus, you're ugly," who'd take the more mature approach by responding with, "I won't even entertain that thought." I was rooting for her comeback until she started attacking me, with Amanda's callouts being pretty clear projections, as she wasn't looking so great herself. Not even 3 years after retiring, she'd post this video to her Twitter with the caption, "I'm sucking on a Sour Patch Kid listening to music getting ready for tonight," prompting concern from her now declining fan base. She is seriously such a pretty girl. It's so sad seeing her like this. Something is
bro. Amanda was supposed to be her, bruh. You saw the Amanda Bynes show, bruh. You'd see like the the early shit with her, you'd be like, bro, she's it. Like, she's about to be at the top, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's finna be, like, bro, it's crazy what happened to her, bruh. Like, actually, though, like, it's kind of scary to think about it, because you're just like, bro, she had so much potential, bruh. Like, so much potential. Like, the sky was the limit for her, bruh. She was funny. She had great comedic timing. She looked good. It's like, it was hard to find a flaw. She was saying that she didn't party and do all that shit, so it's like, I mean, dude, she was her, bruh. On God. I remember the Amanda Bynes show. I'm like, nigga, she bad as fuck. Like, on God. I was saying that shit as a jit, bruh. I seen her, I'm like, yo, she looking right. But then, like, as the years went on, I started seeing her, I'm just like, oh shit, this bitch crazy. Like,
not right. She needs some help and someone or a few people to sit her down and get her back on straight. Although with no clear desire to pursue anything meaningful, Amanda's situation had no hope of improving. In that very same month, Amanda Bynes was allegedly kicked out of a New York gymnastics class for showing up in an outfit comprised of fishnets, a wig, and a lingerie-like leotard. Of course, she denies it, stating, "I'm suing every blog saying I was kicked out of gymnastics. What is wrong with you people? What would you do if you found fake stories about you, making it difficult to ascertain what had actually happened?" The article came alongside a different video of Amanda dancing uncontrollably on a treadmill and another video of her doing a similar dance while walking around New York City without any shoes on. 3 weeks later, she'd give a rare interview with In Touch magazine stating, "I have no clue why people say I'm insane. Every time I've heard it, it came from an ugly person's mouth, so I don't care." Before she'd add, "I don't drink, I'm allergic to alcohol." The star insists she doesn't smoke pot, which was followed by Amanda being evicted only 1 month later for smoking pot in the lobby of her building. As a result, she'd make her way over to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, where she'd bring the receptionist to tears by telling the worker she was too ugly to check Bynes in. After a 9-day stay in the building, Amanda was kicked out for removing smoke detectors, which accompanied other photos of the messy state the room had been left in. In the process, Amanda racked up a $9,000 hotel bill, which likely contributed to the $1.4 million she'd reportedly spent in only a couple of months. Amanda apparently withdrew $100,000 from her bank on June 4 and a further $100,000 on July 2nd, showing that she was spending about $100,000 every 30 days. Contributing to this was one single taxi ride from New York to Los Angeles, which she used as an alternative to flying, given airports didn't accept Google as a form of identification. Once back in Los Angeles, she'd pour petrol on a random person's driveway before setting it on fire. In the process, she'd accidentally spill some of the petrol on her dog, prompting her to take it to a nearby convenience store for a wash, where she'd be kicked out by the owner for walking into the back without permission. The bizarre evening led to her first stint in a mental hospital, after which she'd attempt to fix her life by going to rehab, reconciling with her family, and rediscovering purpose by enrolling in fashion school. To signify her fresh new start, Amanda had some of her tattoos lasered, which accompanied a series of tweets implying that things were back to normal. That would be until 5 months later, when she was once again arrested for driving under the influence. That very same month, Amanda was kicked out of fashion school for showing up high and causing, quote, horrendous arguments. 4 weeks later, Amanda made another absolutely insane tweet, claiming that she'd been microchipped by her parents, before stating that she was now engaged to a 19-year-old who she'd met in a fishing shop. It was then reported that Amanda was seen heading into a West Hollywood tattoo parlor to have her fiance's face inked on her neck. Apparently, she was turned away for not having proper identification, and this might have been for the better given she was also recorded getting overly touchy with a random security guard at around the same time. However, it seemed this would also become a turning point, as the negative press completely vanished overnight. There weren't any new Amanda updates for well over a year, until this article was posted simply confirming that she was back in fashion school. With a new challenge and goal to work towards, Amanda was able to stay sober for 3 whole years, returning to the public spotlight with a brand new interview. She'd state that things were going well.
I've been going to school lately, fashion school, FITM.
While expressing painful guilt over her choice to quit acting.
I do miss acting, and I actually have something surprising to tell you. I'm going to start acting again. Yes!
This would come alongside a tell-all interview with Paper magazine, in which she'd confirmed that she was now 4 years sober, with the article stating that she'd found a new pursuit to fill the hole that acting had left: fashion. So when she'd celebrate her fashion school graduation around 7 months later, it was also a point of concern. Amanda had overcome her challenge, achieved her goal, but was back to a state of idleness. Not even 6 months after graduating, Amanda had returned to rehab, where she'd post selfies of her new home job looking face tattoos, as well as meet her new boyfriend, who she'd get engaged to only 8 weeks later. Given the two met while in rehab, it seemed they helped each other stay sober, although after a rocky 3-year relationship, it eventually came to an end. In the days that followed their breakup, Amanda was recorded by a fan in this video.
Amanda, say what's up. What's up? We just walking the streets of Hollywood. I saw my girl walking, so I said I had to say what's up.
Which was posted to TikTok, where it received over 15 million views and comments such as, "Man, it breaks my heart to see how they destroyed Amanda Bynes. The sweetest girl ever. It took me so long to realize that this was Amanda Bynes. I'm so sad now. Girl, what? That's Amanda Bynes? My heart goes out to her. Hope she's getting well. However, the worst was still yet to come." On the very same day that the TikTok was posted, Amanda was found roaming the streets of Los Angeles naked.
Oh, I seen this. Okay, I seen this part.
In her return to a psychiatric facility. Just 2 months after this, a new article was published titled "Amanda Bynes is sad and isolated after being released from mental health facility as she has lost interest in her passions while living alone," which was followed by another psychiatric hold just 3 months after her previous one. More optimistically, however, it was shown in September 2023 that Amanda was making an effort to remove her face tattoos, which you could argue is at least a step in the right direction.
Wow, okay. She never had a class with her, but roommate did, and apparently it's not exactly how you would think a train wreck celebrity would be. She's entitled, rude, and tired when we talked about her at school, and nobody wanted to deal with her, and she was not doing well, and everyone could tell. It turns out this way if you aren't family oriented, in my experience. Focusing on raising a family and continuing to work on things kept him busy. Yeah, I was about to say, bro, like, if you just keep yourself busy with things, like, I don't know, like, it just, I just think people just get bored, bruh. Like, Amanda was dead ass bored because she retired too early and she had nothing else better to do. So she literally retired so she didn't have any obligations anymore. So once our obligations were gone, she's literally just going to fucking smoke every single day. And then at that point, you start getting addicted, you start getting dependent, you start, like, you know what I'm saying? At least she has to have some good people around her because she's going to rehab and things like that. And now she's like, you know, I just hope she does good, bro. I just hope she's doing alright, bro. It is weird, though, like, how, like, bro, she was... She retired at 24, and that was like 10 years ago, so she's like 30 now. She's still good, like, she's still good, bruh. Trust me, I won't retire in my 20s. The struggles of being a young actor can go downhill just like that. Facts. I'm saying don't retire extremely young age unless you either have passive income or rich parents. Yeah, I was about to say, it's not even retiring early that does that. Like, bro, you can retire early if you know what you're doing with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing with that retiring. You might be good, bruh. You might be good, bruh. Like, no cap. You might be good, bruh. You might be good. No bullshit.